Hello guys and welcome back to World of Warship, and let's talk a very interesting battleship. You know exactly which battleship I mention. Maybe the Italian Roma. No, it's an old ship. But guys, I have a pretty, shall I say, interesting battleship close to a sister battleship. Ladies and gents, may I present the new oncoming Italian battleship Impero. So, very first notice about this ship. Impero was a Littorio class battleship and laid down in May 1938 and launched in November 1939. The enters of Italy into the World War II forced the Regia Marina to focus its construction to this battleship. Now I don't have any more information, but what I'm trying to say is that it's literally Roma's whole with everything you see, same guns, same range, same concealment, heck, even the same secondary range. Everything is the same as the Roma, but there is two huge difference. The Roma, guys, they do have, let's talk about her guns, same layout, same armor, same everything, Roma's whole, so nothing crazy over there. What is the biggest difference, guys? It's the new oncoming Impero battleship will not have HE, it will have SAP instead. So let's talk about SAP, and this is the biggest difference between a Roma and Impero. Alright, are you with me? Because this is kind of hilarious if shall I put it on the well, guys, I do believe this is the first battleship with SAP and no HE. What that means, guys, let me know in a comment below. The value or the cost will be the same as Roma, around 13,100 doubloons, or I don't know exactly what, if there will be in doubloons or some other currency. So guys, same whole, same everything. Now let's talk about her SAP. The SAP, guys, does not do as the let's talk about yes, no HE but SAP instead. 14,050 damage, maximum damage, and the penetration is as much as the today's live server HE, 64 millimeters of HE pen, which basically means that for a battleship you can aim and do whopping damage. Hell, I would like to say with the SAP you do even more damage than the AP. You are a monster, but because you can see here the maximum AP damage you do 12,000 exactly, and with your HE does exactly 64 millimeters of HE penetration. However, for the SAP, that it's better, shall I say, shell velocity. Just pay attention, 850 AP versus 880 of HE shell. That's the same shell speed of your SAP. So once again, you have a better shell speed, and the maximum damage, it's 14,050 damage. Which literally, guys, one salvo will nuke every single light cruiser and every single low armor, or heck, do whopping damage to everything below tier 8 battleship, like a tier 7 battleship. Depends on, I'm not saying that everyone, but guys, 64 millimeters of HE pen, literally most cruisers at tier 7 and heck even battleship will be close to one-shotted. Yeah, I do believe so. Depends of your RNG, because after all, Roma can definitely troll you. But guys, that it's not the whole gimmick. The whole selling point about this ship, it's all it's pretty darn good concealment. You know what's the concealment detection by the air, 14.9, but this is without captain's perk, without anything. And same story with by air and by smoke and all that. It's kind of important, and you already know the stats of the Roma, that it's nothing crazy. But what is crazy, that Wargaming decide to give her some unique consumable. Slot 1 damage control party, slot 2 repair party. A regular repair party, you only have 3 charges, 4 charges with premium 1, and superintendent 5. Reload or normal stuff 120 and 80 with premiums 1. Regeneration per second, it's 327 HP per second. Maximum HP regeneration charge can be 9157 HP HP pool. Yeah, that's the maximum. On the third, you have 2 options. I do highly recommend you have spotting aircraft instead of fighters, because if you do that, you increase your range by 20%. You don't have quite a lot of range versus many other tier 8 battleships. But on the other hand, you are one heck of a good concealed battleship. On slot 4, guys, ladies and gents, may I present the first battleship with smoke, and not the regular smoke, Italian cruiser smoke. You only have 2 charges, 3 charges with super premium ones. With superintendent you have 4 smoke. So the action time, it's 45 seconds, smoke screen lifetime 10 seconds, and reload time are pretty massive, 240 and 180 with premium time, premium consumable. Smoke radius 510 meters. I do believe, and this is probably the biggest of your pretty good conceal. Remember that you have this penalty, kind of a high, if you are sniping, shall I say, another battleship. You can definitely, on those 45 seconds, reload your guns. There is a small difference. You receive your SAP and smoke, but you paid with one thing versus Roma, 3 seconds. I repeat, the biggest difference, you don't have 30 seconds, you have 33 seconds of your guns. So you're lacking firepower. I'm talking about how much DPM you do have. So that's the only 2 things you trade. You trade 3 seconds for smoke and SAP. Now it's actually pretty strong. I believe, guys, without saying too much, it's almost too strong, because here's my thoughts, guys. The cruisers at tier 7 have no armor whatsoever, and heck, not even tier 8 cruiser will have, which those SAP high 14,000 you cannot angle versus the new Roma class or sister class, the new oncoming premium battleship, which makes this one of the most lethal battleship if you are a cruiser. And I understand the RNG and long reload time, it's to, tunes down, but guys, the truth is that it's a Italian, it's a very good maneuver, and some armor she does have. I understand you lack in DPM, however, you do have significant tools to deal everything with light. Because let's face it, guys, the reason number 1 you playing battleship, you want to blap cruisers left and right, and with this new bad boy in town, and I'm talking about the new oncoming Impero, you will delete a cruiser even bow on, because 64 millimeters of SAP penetration, it's more than enough to do full damage no matter where you hit the damn target. And probably, I have no idea, I would very much like to talk to you about, how about if you aim some parts. I know there are some battleship which have good armor, but I cannot come up with beside this down, when you have the torpedo belt protection, which is more than 64. But let's say if you're aim for another battleship or another cruiser, this huge casement or superstructure, you do full damage. It means that one shell will do 14,000 damage. Yeah, how about 3 shells? You understand what the problem is. The problem is that if a battleship staying bow on, or I don't know how to say it, you can blap it for date. It's a little bit too much of power, because let me put it in this way, and this is the most important information. When I was playing in a test server, the tier 9 cruiser, the Italian cruiser, and there was a Republic, which are showing pretty good sides. I have the SAP loaded. I remember that I was shocked that I did to that battleship 18,000 damage one freaking salvo, and I was amazed. Man, that Republic has no armor versus SAP, and that is the truth, guys. I believe, without saying too much, this combination of extremely good concealment, pretty decent armor, and lethal as all hell versus anything else, thanks to this huge SAP damage, you have won probably with the strongest salvo in any at tier 8 and probably even tier 9 battleship. How much can one salvo do? Remember, if you have AP loaded, you can only do this maximum damage if you hit the citadel, but with SAP you don't have to hit the damn citadel, you have to hit anywhere else. Because I remember very, very clearly when I was playing the cruiser, the Italian cruiser versus that Republic, when I did more than 18,000 damage, I did not hit her citadel, I just hit her, superstructure and stuff like that. I don't know exactly, but the truth is, and here's the deal, hear me out, guys, you do not need to hit the citadel to blap that cruiser left and right. And probably, guys, and this is the thing is, if you're using the AP versus a bow on cruiser, sure, you can still get some good looking citadels, but you may also overpen, and overpen does not do those maximum, like let's say in this case 12,000 damage. You only do to 12,000 damage if a ship or broadside and you hit that citadel. With SAP, who gives about your angle? I will blap you for days. Matter of fact, I will say that the new oncoming Impero will be one of the most strongest battleship versus almost any ship in this game, thanks to this stupid 14,000 maximum damage. I understand that if a ship can receive too much of a HE pen, the place that you aim can be how do you say, exaggerate. So, I don't know, I kind of forgot the stupid word. And then the ship receive less damage because she already been damaged. The part you aiming and shoot, it's already damaged. But let me put it this way: if there is a brand new shiny enemy ship that is first time you see it, oh, let's blap it. Basically means that every single shell will do very close to maximum damage, and that is the little bit fear how the heck you balance that wargaming when you are playing a battleship. There's a first in the battle, the first time you see a cruiser, and the cruiser or a battleship, the tier 7 battleship or you name it, and receive 0 damage so far, and you use that stupid SAP which do more damage than the AP, and you don't have to hit it citadel, you just blap it for days. I mean, come on, guys. Very, very good question. Can you do 40,000 in one salvo? I do believe you can. You have no issue whatsoever to do 40,000 in one freaking salvo, and then you have your 33 seconds reload, and then probably you put another 40 or heck even 50,000, depends of the enemy target and if all the shells connect. But the problem is, and here's the truth is, that this is absolutely a monster. Definitely you can blap all the destroy in one single salvo. You don't need 2 salvos to blap that full HP destroyer to 0, from 100 to 0. And that is also a damn problem, because with your AP you overpan most likely, beside probably Kaba, which have 50, and there's different story. And not the Gross Avoid, Harigumo also receive full HP pen. But overall, guys, you need to have a little bit of luck with HE. But the HE, and here's the problem with this new oncoming ship. The Roma's HE, guys, absolutely maximum damage with her concealment. Let's talk about her HE. Will only do 5,100. So I understand that it takes a lot of RNG, but just imagine yourself that you hit 2 shells to a destroyer. That destroyer can maximum receive, I'm talking about absolutely maximum, let's say 10,200. Now the same 2 shells with SAP will hit the destroyer. That destroyer is dead. Yeah. You don't need all 9 guns to hit the damn destroyer. That destroyer is so freaking dead, you're never gonna believe else, because the SAP does not ricochet. The ricochet angle has to be extremely, and that's the problem, even versus Bat. Let me know in the comment below. I believe she's kind of a unique, probably a little bit too strong. I very much like to see her in action, like in a test server, like in a 1 versus 1. I very much like to see this new Impero, how strong she is versus anything light. I do believe she's overpowered in that regard, that you have a tool that no other battleship have. 2 tools, sorry, not 1. SAP and smoke, and good concealment, and good turning radius. Guys, I do love my Italian battleship Giulio Cesare. It's the most fun premium ship that I ever own. Absolutely recommend it. She's not available right now. But on the other hand, guys, I fear that it's in some regards the best battleship, the oncoming best battleship in this game, because the reason number 1 you want to play the battleships, you want to blap cruisers, you want to one-shot them, and I believe the new Impero battleship will be by far the strongest, the most lethal versus destroyer cruisers, heck, even some battleships. So let me know in the comment below what you think about this very interesting Roma's sister ship, the Impero, coming to World of Warship very, very soon. And I have this gut feeling she will be in the premium shop. Very interesting. Yeah, probably too strong in my honestly opinion. But guys, if she was exactly as Roma, I'm talking about stats, and which she actually is almost, who would purchase her? Now I do believe that there's a lot of players who probably would like to have this stupid combination, first battleship with smoke and SAP. Let me know in a comment below. Guys, have a good one, take care, and bye.